Hey everyone, welcome back to Tech Bites, the show where we break down real world tech and travel news in plain English. I'm your host, Eric, and today I've got my buddy Mark joining me. Mark, how's it going?
Doing great, Eric. Always happy to jump on and chat about something useful.
Awesome. So today we're talking about some fresh China visa news that's actually pretty big for travelers. China has been making it way easier for people from a lot of countries to visit without needing a visa. What's the latest on this?
Yeah, it's been rolling out step by step. Back in late 2025, China extended its unilateral visa-free policy for citizens of about 45 countries all the way through December 31st, 2026. That means people from places like France, Germany, Italy, Spain, Australia, Japan, South Korea, and many more European and Asian countries can now enter China for up to 30 days without a visa for tourism, business, visiting family, or even short exchanges.
30 whole days, that's a solid chunk of time. Before this, a lot of these policies were set to expire at the end of 2025, right?
Exactly. They pushed it out another full year, and they even added Sweden starting November 2025. Then in early 2026, they brought in Canada and the UK too, starting mid-February. So the list keeps growing. It's now around 46 to 50 countries depending on how you count the variations.
That's traveler friendly. Why do you think China is doing this?
Simple. They want more tourists and business visitors to come spend money and boost the economy. After the pandemic, they've been opening up more and more. Visa-free means less paperwork, faster entry, and more people actually making the trip. They've also expanded the 240-hour visa-free transit program to more ports and cities, so even people just passing through can stay longer without a visa.
For someone like me in the US, does this apply? I know a lot of Americans still need a regular tourist visa.
Good question. Unfortunately, the main 30-day visa-free policy doesn't cover U.S. passport holders yet. Americans can still do short visa-free transit in certain cases like the 24-hour or 240-hour transit rules if you're flying through to another country. But for a proper tourism trip, most U.S. citizens still need to apply for a regular L-tourist visa in advance. That said, China has been talking about making things even easier. They mentioned studying electronic visas and further expanding the list in March 2026.
Interesting. So, if you're from one of the lucky countries on the list, what can you actually do during those 30 days?
Pretty much anything short-term. Sightseeing in Beijing, Shanghai, or the Great Wall, business meetings, visiting relatives, or even attending conferences. You just can't work or study long-term on it. Your passport needs to be valid for the whole stay, and you enter through any open port. It's been a big hit. Visa-free arrivals jumped nearly 30% last year.
That's huge. Any downsides or things people should watch out for?
A couple. The policy ends December 31st, 2026, unless they extend it again. Also, rules can change, so always double-check the official Chinese embassy or immigration site before you book tickets. And remember, even with visa-free, you might still need to fill out an arrival card or show proof of onward travel sometimes. For Americans planning a trip, it might actually be worth applying for that 10-year multiple-entry visa now. It makes future trips way simpler.
Solid advice, Mark. If someone's listening and they qualify for the visa free, what's one cool thing they should do in China on their first trip?
I'd say start with the classics, but mix in something modern. Walk the Great Wall, eat street food in Chengdu, then ride the high-speed train between cities. The infrastructure is insane now, or go see the tech scene in Shenzhen if you're into gadgets.
Love it. All right, quick recap for everyone. China has extended its 30-day visa-free entry for dozens of countries through the end of 2026, making travel there simpler than ever for eligible passports. If you're from the US or not on the list, you'll probably still need a visa, but things are trending easier overall.
Yep, and they're hinting at even more expansions and maybe e-visas soon. It's a good time to start planning that China trip you've been thinking about.
For sure, thanks for breaking it down with me, Mark. Listeners, if you have questions about China travel or voice cloning tech, Drop them in the comments. We'll see you next week on Tech Bites for another quick hit of useful info. I'm Eric. Safe travels.
Take care, everyone. And remember, please double-check your visa laws or have a professional before booking your trip. Okay, everyone stay safe and see you next time.